Good. So basically, we should discuss how to, let me share a bit, how to overcome the blockers for the pipeline migration. I've seen that there was some progress, of course, over the last 4 weeks, but we are still not have not reached the goal that we can do the CF deployment.
So Sven has been working on getting the Windows testing in line with the rest of the pipeline for the main CF deployment pipeline.
Yes.
So there's work that I think I need to do on that side to unblock that now. He's modified the pipeline itself, but the infrastructure pipeline that I don't think you can see is the pipeline that then actually processes and stands up the bubble environments. And so I need to work on that and get that updated. And I think once that's done and unblocked, which I'll do tomorrow, then we can refly this pipeline, make sure everything's working. And then I think at that point, we can transition this over onto the working group's concourse.
Okay, good. Let me just quickly summarize. So we have runtime CFI, smoke tests, cats, and pull requests seems to work fine.
Mm-hmm.
The unpaused update releases is still paused, and
I'm not sure what the status on that one was. Carson was working on that before he went on vacation, but I'm not sure where he left off there.
Okay.
So we'll probably I'll be able to get a better idea when he's back next week.
Yes, I mean this is an easier one, but I think it's
well, it's so there's the stem cell work, but then if you click onto the groups at the top, this is also the pipeline that does all of the individual BOSH release management.
Yes.
So I don't know if there was a problem there or yeah, I'm not sure why there was a problem transitioning this one over. Well, like I say, I'll have to catch up with Carson next week and see what the issues were.
Yeah. Okay, good. So okay, then we have to follow up with him and say yes.
Yeah, we've been noticing, well, I've been noticing some issues specifically on upgrade, it seems. So I need to dig into them. Sometimes the BOSH deploy is just stalling. It will finish the upload release tasks, and then the actual deployment task won't start. And so I've had to cancel them. Sometimes the actual upgrade is failing. So I need to dig into, again, this is work for me for tomorrow, to dig into exactly what's happening and why, and try and figure out, is this something to do with the recent component bumps that have been modified for Jammy, or what's going on there? I'm not sure at the moment. But something recently has introduced quite a lot of instability there.
Yeah. Okay, good. Do you know when Carson is available again?
I believe he's back on Monday.
Okay, good. So good. Okay, so then I would contact him and then we try another pairing session and try to get the remaining 2 up and running.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think after that, probably the next big track of work is going to be switching to Jammy as the default stem cell.
Yes, this would be the next big track. So we are also heavily working on that. So Cloud Controller should be ready by now. Ruby 3.1 was a prerequisite for Jammy.
Right. And
Yeah,
they've got that now.
they've got that now. So if we integrate that, then we should be ready. Yeah, of course, we have a lot of follow-up stories on our side to test our own components for Jammy. Yeah, but this is our problem then.
And then I think somewhat independently, the new rootfs is coming as well. So CF Linux FS4 is in development, and I think they want to start testing that at some point fairly soon.
Okay. Good. We haven't touched that one, but yes, this is it's on the radar. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I think that one's going to be more long term. It will probably be available as a second stack without being the default for a while, and then at some point we'll, when they're happy with the stability, we can switch over, and then sometime later we can remove FS3 as an old stack.
Removing an old stack is, I think, at least for us, a very long-term process.
Right.
I remember the transition, was it FS2 to FS3? Yeah. It took ages. Yeah, you have to tell everyone, please change your stack, and then try to remove the old one, and then people are complaining. And okay, good, but that's our problem.
I don't think we've thought at this point about how long we want to support both stacks in CF deployment, how long FS3 is going to be supported in general. So I don't think it's a problem as long as it's supported by the stem cell team. We can include it. It's not a big deal. I'd have to look back and see what our transition was like from 2 to 3. Because I don't know that I might have been on the team then, but I don't remember what it was like.
It's quite cumbersome and very long term.
From an application developer's perspective, definitely yes. It takes a long time to get them to migrate.
Takes a long time. I don't know if we have already started with announcing, sending out the announcements. But okay. Okay, so you will try to unblock this, and then I would say, okay, I grab Carson as soon as possible next week, and then we try to schedule another pairing session with one from our team, and try to get our pipelines here up and running.
Right. And then, once we've got these 2 main ones done, we can see what's left and figure out what the plan is. And then I think as far as the working group is concerned, the next step there is to start migrating the actual environments into GCP projects that we manage.
This will be the next big step. Okay, I haven't scheduled that yet, but
no, I think that can probably wait until we've taken care of the Jammy stem cell work, because I think they're more eager for us to do that and make that the default sooner rather than later. So
the Windows environment is in the working group's account. Did I get this right?
I don't know. I didn't look to see where Sven actually, that might be, it won't exist yet. We could put it in here. This could be the first one we move, since we're creating it from scratch. I'd have to look and see what the quotas look like and see if we need to see how we're going to manage the quotas here so that we can actually get them all up and running. So we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, good. Fine. Apart from that, there were
I did talk to Ruben, and and about Bubble. He is going to talk to the Bosch team about their appetite to
Yes.
actually support their Terraform templates that they use to create the infrastructure for their environments when they test Bosch Create Env and Bosch deployment. If they're willing to support that, then that might be the path forward, either in terms of using those in Bubble and really streamlining Bubble down so that there's not as much unique implementation there. It would probably mean that it would be a greatly reduced feature set. Alternatively, we abandon Bubble and say it's no longer supported, it's trying to do too much, we can't, no one can support it.
Yeah.
And we just recommend people use the Bosch team's Terraform templates, Bosch deployment, and then we would have a set of templates that add in the required infrastructure that Cloud Foundry needs, which is mostly just a load balancer. And so that way our support footprint would become greatly reduced. All we would have to worry about is that small piece of Terraform for the different IaaSes that we want to support. And it would mainly be for us to use in CI, and it could be a reference architecture for anyone else, but there would be no more support of Bubble at that point. So we'd have to switch CI off of that and onto the recommended way, which would be using tools supported by the Bosch team and then our own tooling.
Okay.
So that one, I have another meeting scheduled with Ruben coming up to see what the answer is from the Bosch team, and then we'll go from there and decide what the best course of action is. But yeah, he brought it up at the Bosch team's retro about them supporting Bubble, and it was a definite no on their part. They do not want to take that on.
They don't.
No,
They
unfortunately.
say so,
and I know we don't want to take that on.
Yeah, we really can't. It would be so well maintained.
Right. I mean, we'd need to double the size of the working group just to do that.
Right. Yeah.
I just, yeah, it's not feasible.
Yeah. And
So,
there is
yes.
likely no other home.
I don't think anyone else has the appetite or the ability to really work on it. But it's so outdated at this point that it needs fairly drastic overhaul to really get anywhere. Like I say, it hasn't been properly maintained in, I would guess, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it's where is it? Is it Bosch?
No, it's in Cloud Foundry.
Here, Bosch.
Yeah.
Bootloader. And
so right now it's just got the bot kind of. I think there's a branch for 8.4 that's just basically being bumped with updates to Bosch deployment, and that's what those patch releases are.
Okay. Yeah, good. Okay, fix.
So if you switch from main to the there's the 8.4.x branch. Yeah, that's I think where this is where the work is being done. So it just bumps these components as new stem cells and CPI are released.
Okay.
So that's all that's really happening at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, good. I mean, have to come to a decision, but migrating away from Bubble to something else is also quite an effort.
It is. I mean, at least if we're already working on that to move the environments, then we just set up the new environments the new way. But yes, it would be easier if we didn't have to. I mean, that's why I started maintaining it, 2 years ago, was because I knew that it would be a lot of work for us to switch away, and we were still using it for safe deployment. So okay, well, let's try and make it at least usable for us, and kept it on life support this long, but it's got too many problems, I think, to continue to do that.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, different topic then. Let's wait and hope for a decision. Yeah, it's not so much in our hands. So, okay.
I think that was everything from
should be everything. I see there's ongoing questions about bot account handling, and the GitHub Teams is still not finished.
Right.
Okay, good. Subdomains had to be adapted a little bit.
Yeah, the certificates in CF deployment use the actual DNS name as the common name. And common names have a shorter length requirement. They can only be 63 characters as opposed to 255. So,
okay,
which is unfortunate. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. It was a lot easier to shorten the domain than try and contemplate changing all of that.
Okay, good. Yeah, and Jamie is on.
I think Jamie's ongoing. Like I said, I need to look at and see what's going on with the upgrades.
Yeah.
In the pipeline to know what's causing that. So there's a small chance that that's related to the changes that the teams have been making, but I'll find out tomorrow and see.
Yeah. Okay, good. Fine. So, good. Then we will contact Carson next week and continue. I don't have any other topics right now. Anything from your side?
No, the only question I had was just curiosity. Do you know if anyone's coming from your side over to the CF Day at KubeCon in October?
Yes.
I know it's a long distance travel, but maybe.
So, plan is that Behan Veli comes, also Plamen and me. That's the current plan. Now there's ongoing debates about travel budget, yes or no, coast cut and so on, and save the quarter and whatever. But as I understand, as of today, our travel budget has been approved. Plum is still applying for his visum. But for Behan and me, it should be okay. So we could attend the CF Day on Tuesday, right?
Yes, Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. So Behan is already there. I'm arriving at Monday, hopefully. And yeah, then we should also, I don't know, is there a schedule already for CF or?
No, the call for papers ends tomorrow.
Yeah.
So the schedule will not be announced, I would imagine, for, I don't know, like 3 weeks maybe. I think around there. The dates are on
yeah, the schedule takes about a couple of weeks after the CFP ends. So the tentative date right now is the 7th of September. It's about 10 days after. But yeah, CFPs are sort of trickling in, and tomorrow is in fact the last date. So if you're really inspired to write a CFP today, I would highly encourage that. So but yeah, usually all of the CFPs tend to like close on the last date. So we have some very interesting talks already in there. But again, you're more than welcome to
Okay.
try and submit something if you feel like it.
Yeah. So yeah, we have maybe one or two interesting topics, but sadly no one did have the capacity to prepare a paper. Could have made something of the performance tests maybe next time. Okay, good. Yeah. Then let's look forward to
next time.
next time also, yeah, to the conference.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah. Dave, are you going to be there?
Yes, Carsten and I will both be there.
Awesome.
I have dual duty, so I'll be there as part of both working groups. I don't know, are we having a booth or is it just?
So during CF day, there's no like booths or anything. It's just classroom style training.
Yeah.
Following the CF day though, like there is a Cloud Foundry booth at KubeCon for all 3 days. There'll be a sign up sheet that we'll send out around. So if folks who are present want to man the booth, more than welcome. There's also like office hours and like a bunch of different presentation opportunities at KubeCon itself. So, but obviously, they might be more interested or inclined to hear about the CF for Kids working group, anything else.
Yes, I was going to say I'll be there on the booth, certainly as part of the CF on Kate's working group with Karifi and that sort of things.
So even like booth signage is going to have like Karifi branded big and Paketo as like the second thing that we are promoting there, and like Cloud Foundry itself is sort of going to be like a tiny piece even in terms of branding. But yeah, those are like the two topics, and there's like a bunch of things that we're getting to know about. So as we speak to the events team, they're telling us a lot more about, oh, you can host office hours, oh, you can have a virtual booth, oh, you can do some handouts. So like we're discovering a lot of these things ourselves, and we're in the process of finding out what we can do to promote these two projects.
Nice. All right, looking forward to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds promising. Thanks for the
yes, excited to learn that folks are going to be in attendance. So looking forward to meeting everybody in person, but also like generally share ideas and do something after a long time.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
There's also like a reception that is being planned for the evening of Tuesday. So after like CF day, we take a break, and then there's going to be like, so for all of the attendees who are registered for CF day exclusively, there's going to be a dinner and reception. So just something to keep in mind.
Nice.
Very fine. Good.
Cool.
Yeah, so if there's nothing else,
no, I think we're good.
Okay. Then thanks a lot for you attending. Nice day, nice evening, wherever you are.
Yeah.
And see you in
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.